Welcome to the channel. This episode will cover Aldi and Lidl supermarkets. More so on how these two companies becomes very successful. What are the catalysts responsible for their growth? And what are the differences between Aldi and Lidl? Stay tuned, more to learn from these companies' investment strategy. So grab a cup a cup of tea, and then subscribe. Meanwhile, let me quickly tell you the differences between Aldi and Lidl supermarket. Well, if and when you often visit the two stores regularly, in the UK here, you would have noticed some of the differences I will mention in this presentation. You see, Lidl stores are usually bigger, say between 14,000 and 21,000 square feet, while Aldi stores usually measure say 10,000 square feet, particularly in the US. Besides, Lidl position themselves as an international grocery store and therefore offers many products worldwide, with over 11,000 stores worldwide from Europe, UK, US and Asia. However, to inform you, Aldi stores can spring in a large number in a particular location than Lidl. Why? Because of the size it occupies, as mentioned earlier. For instance, according to recent data, the recent report confirmed that there were only around 100 Lidl stores, yes, you heard me, in the United States as of June 2020, with Aldi having almost 2,000 locations nationwide. And as a customer of both stores like myself, and I hope you have noticed that prices are similar though between the two stores. However, with Lidl having cheaper price on a few items like kitchen stuffs. Okay, listen to this analysis. The consumer watchdog found that on average shoppers would have paid just 43p extra at Aldi compared to Lidl for a basket of 23 items. It found that the most expensive supermarket Waitrose was more than £9 pricier than Lidl for an equivalent basket of groceries. That said, you will be surprised to hear that the two companies belong to the same family. Aldi and Lidl. To be precise, two German brothers. How? Okay, stay tuned. Let me explain it. You see, in 1913, a small grocery was opened in Essen, Germany by Anna Albrecht. Then in 1948, Albrecht's sons Karl and Theo took over the business and expanded to 4 stores throughout Germany. The stores were called quote unquote Albrecht discount. The name quote unquote Albrecht discount was eventually shortened to Aldi in 1962. In the mid 60s, the company was divided in half. Yes, because of disagreement over whether it should sell cigarettes. Theo Albrecht controlled the stores in the northern Germany, and Karl Albrecht controlled the stores in the south. The two stores were known as Aldi Nord, that's the way they pronounce Nord in German, Nord, which does sell cigarettes, and Aldi South, which means south, which does not. By 1968, Aldi South and Aldi North are both expanding overseas. Yes, you heard me. Though the stores are still separate, and the first US store opened just a few years after, say 1976 in Southern Iowa. And in 1979, remember Theo Albrecht, which is the brother who used to control the store in the northern Germany. He then purchased Trader Joe chain, this company here, expanding Aldi brand influence in the US. And to inform you, Trader Joe is a subsidiary of Aldi store and still operates till today in the state. Yeah. Now, and on 5th April 1990, Aldi opened, yes, the first store in the UK, in Stanford, Birmingham. Okay, take a pause. Now you see, the first shop was Aldi, and then Lidl store was launched in the UK in 1994. Yes, I hope that is clear. Meanwhile, let us examine both Aldi and Lidl stores' performance over the years in the UK, since we now know they are owned by the same family. So how many Aldi stores are now open in the UK? Let's have a look. Right now, we have 11,235 stores, creating jobs for thousands of people. And Lidl, let's have a look at Lidl. How many? 800 stores and 13 regional distribution centers across Britain, employing over 23,000 people. Very interesting. And let us examine the growth of these two companies in the UK. Please note, the figure I'm going to be showing you was based on 2019 data, as you can see here. Now you see, Aldi and Lidl now worth, according to this report, 344 million more than last year, meaning more than 2018, since it was reported in 2019. Okay, stay with me. Then, according to the latest Kantar grocery market shares figure, the analyst, the two German retailers reached a combined record market share of 13.8% over the 12 weeks ending May 19. Kantar Fan, which is the analyst now, found that almost 1 million more households visited Aldi compared with last year, and an additional 630,000 shopped at Lidl. Wow. Meanwhile, Lidl share market grew from 5.4% this time last year to 5.8%, thanks to 8.5% year-on-year growth in sales. Okay, perhaps you want to know the relevance of this figure. The figure I just read. Okay, now, no worries, stay with me. Let me break it down. You see, these two stores, Aldi and Lidl, remains the UK's leading supermarket with 27.3% of market share. Although this is a slight drop from the 27.7% market share it had during the same period last year. Asda and Sainsbury enjoyed second place with 15.2% of market share, as overall sales at Asda dipped 0.2% despite online growth of 10.7%, while sales at Sainsbury fell 1.7%. Morrison remains Britain's fourth largest supermarket with a market share of 10.4%, down from 10.5% this time last year. Okay, let us examine the catalysts responsible for this company success stories. Yes, you heard me. Well, my finding reveals that one of the key principal factors responsible for this growth is a low-cost business model that maintains strategic alignment at the center of Aldi and Lidl success. Okay, now the question is, how and in what ways? No, what is? I will provide all the answers. Essentially, what they did was to find innovative way to cut cost. Very brilliant. They work closely with suppliers. Yes, you heard me. To minimize supply chain costs, so they can offer a genuinely low price to consumers. Consequently, this strategy enables Aldi and Lidl to offer a limited range of their own branded products. Yes, you heard me. And at a extremely competitive price. What am I trying to say? Rather, what I'm trying to say is that they have their brands made available on their shelves. Meaning 80% to 90% of items in the stores are all their brands. Next time you go shopping at Aldi and Lidl, pay attention to the labels. You will see made for Aldi or Lidl product, ranging from wine, baby products, butter, Red Bull or Red Thunder, tea bag, instant coffee, etc. However, please don't get me wrong, Aldi and Lidl also sells other companies' products. Besides, they do not rely on second party or third party for their distribution of their products. Aldi and Lidl trucks are always available, thereby saving money. And have you noticed that most of the items displayed on their shelves are in cartons? You see, the package in which these items are shipped is in the same packaging they use in displaying them on the shelves. This saves time to unload and load onto the shelves, thus saving labor cost. And have you noticed that most of the items have multiple barcodes on the package, meaning it is easier for cashier to scan on time and save time. That's it. And I hope you have been privileged, yes, to be one of the beneficiaries of both Aldi and Lidl quote and unquote campaign or promotional sales days. What am I trying to say? You see, both stores based on the promotion strategy offer a range of good quality products, say 1 to 2 years guarantee at a fraction of the price. In my opinion, it is a smart promotional mechanism. It works like magic because it sets consumer expectations. You need to get to the store quickly or you miss out, and it drives customers to the stores, Aldi and Lidl, to spend more money rather than go to other stores, since they know they'll get it at a cheaper rate. That said, okay, what is the purpose of all the strategies I just listed? Good question. You see, these two stores are selling goods, quality product at lower prices, and to achieve it, they have to save money in other areas I've mentioned. Okay, let me break it down for you again. The company work closely. I think I mentioned this. I need to emphasize this. The company work closely with suppliers to minimize supply chain cost, so they can offer a genuinely low price to consumers. I suppose you got the picture. Essentially, these stores can save money in different ways, which enable them to offer quality product at lower price. And I hope this video is helpful, more so about saving cost. And if you used to think the Germans, it's all about BMW, Mercedes, and good tech, now do a rethink. You now know there are very, very intelligent businessmen in Germany. By the way, what is your own opinion? Please pass your comment. Okay, now here comes the best part. Subscribe, like, and comment. Remember, the goal is to generate wealth, build companies, and then create jobs. Bye now. See you soon.